So I do apologize, I've had a couple shots of whiskey. This is the setup of Minn Kota 34 pounds thrust, 36-inch shaft. Now, it was a little crazy. We actually did install a Intex Sports Set collection. So this is actually supposed to be made for the boat. So, as you can see here, on the bottom, here is the little bracket here. Now we'll go over to the other side. Here is the little bracket there. And as you can see, there's that one there. Now I have, thank you for my cat for playing around with the other one. Actually, forgot to put one in. Let's put that in, just so you can see. The bolts actually do inset, if I can get a nicer picture, inset into place. So if you actually get the little lock washer into place there, or washer, sorry, it will just spin out no problem. And it will just kind of lock into place. Now I do them on the outside because it's a little bit easier. Pardon me, again, I've had a couple shots of whiskey. But we have got the Minn Kota set in place. So when you first get it on there, it's got a little cheap little bracket, so you just pull that guy off. This handle, honestly, just play around with it for a couple minutes. It's pretty easy to put in place. I mean, it's pretty foolproof. I don't know how you get it off, to be honest, but at this point, I don't really care. It's on there. That's all I give a crap about. Again, it pushes back in. So, speed, battery, use 12-volt battery. Kota, I'll kick your ass if you break this thing. So, yeah. Pretty easy to figure out, You got a DC battery voltage, which means typical DC, red is usually your positive, black is usually always your negative. I can't imagine this DC polarity sensitive, but you never know. But in either case, I would probably hook it up red positive, black negative, just like any battery. And then it's got a little battery case here as well. I do also have a separate enclosure because you kind of want a waterproof enclosure on this. But to say again, 34 pounds thrust, 36-inch shaft. This is actually what Intex does recommend for a motor. Now, there's a lot of different options for this. I just kind of want to show you how it's set up. So there's the U brackets that are put on there. So the U side goes on the back, that goes on the front, vice versa for the other side. These are just a couple little clamps. They just clamp right onto there. And then it's got this lovely little lever right here, if you could see. You push that in, and pardon my camera angle. Let's push that in. Sorry, I've got this thing lowered a little bit too low because it's interfering with the brackets. So let me push that up a little bit just so it locks back into place. So we'll put that in there. You push that bracket in, just like I have here. And then, you can lift it up. It goes a little bit further than that, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Push bracket in, up. So overall, anyone that's setting this up, it is pretty easy. Please, please, please. I am an electrician by trade. Please make sure these connections are solid, tight in place. There is no frizz on the insulation whatsoever. Because if you have any mineral deposit, you name it, well, you could have a short circuit. But you could buy a battery enclosure that has a trip setting on it, so it's just kind of like a GFCI, which highly recommend.